Hyderabad FC officially relocating to Delhi.
Yeah.
The news is not official yet, but I can say with 99.99% certainty that it is happening. The papers have been put in. The formalities for all of the relocation thing is done, so they'll just change their name. They'll retain the same amount of same players, same core of players, same support staff, everything. The news is that they're currently looking for a stadium that is football exclusive in Delhi. So they don't want to share their stadium with stuff like that. They want to build a good atmosphere or something of that sort.
It sort of reminds me of this Odisha FC thing. They did like same thing. They just relocated to Odisha, retained the core group of players. I mean, it's kind of working out for them little now, and I mean, they're starting to develop an interest. But I don't know about Delhi that much. So it's they tried that place. I don't like. They genuinely don't have this thing. How they have to work like so much investment money they have to put in.
And again, this just talking about Hyderabad FC relocating to Delhi can be a whole episode because that's how much news I have on them. But I'll try and boil it down to as less as possible.
Yeah.
So the formalities and all have done. AIFF just has to announce it. I don't know when they're going to announce it, but everybody knows it now. It's an open secret. In case you do not know, yes, you heard it here first. We hear all kinds of stuff, and this is an actual news. This is not a rumor. 99.99, I'm telling you, this is happening. It has already happened. So they are looking for a stadium to build a proper atmosphere, etc., etc.
Yeah.
If you remember in the inaugural season of the ISL, when the bid for different franchises were there, someone bid for Delhi. It became Delhi Dynamos FC, if I'm not mistaken. The problem with that was the idea of having a franchisee or a club in the capital was that, okay, this league is for the whole country, so there should be some city that represents the capital, which is one of the main draws for owning a team in the capital. And that's why many of the teams in the ISL also, if you look at the teams where they are based, they are the capital cities of their states. For the same reason, metro population, etc., etc. And also, it's like saying that, okay, for our country, this is the big club from the capital city. For whatever reason, that is there. That's a part of why Delhi had a franchisee before. But the problem with that time was, and it's the same thing that happened in Hyderabad also, not enough people went to watch. And the sad reality of sport, or especially Indian football, is if you don't win, people are not going to come watch you. This is not the IPL. This is not cricket. If you do not win, if your results are not going in your favor, people will not come to watch you. And that is what happened with the Delhi Dynamos FC, and that is what has happened with Hyderabad FC also now. And if I'm not mistaken, Hyderabad FC also was relocated from some other place, Pune or something.
Hyderabad FC, I don't think it was relocated. I think the club completely went. I think Odisha was the only actual relocation. I think Delhi Dynamos to Odisha.
Okay, so
it was initially thought that it was this thing, but Pune city, I think they, how do I say, that franchisee slot was open. I think they sold it to completely different investors. I think so. I think Hyderabad got it from them, and
the owners are new. So technically it's a different group. So this is the JSW group owns Bengaluru FC, and BC Jindal owns the Hyderabad FC franchisee right now. And despite both of them having Jindal in their name, they're completely different entities. Might be from the same overarching group of companies or whatever. I do not know enough information about it, but they're completely separate owners. So expecting Hyderabad FC to be run in the same way that Bengaluru FC is being run is illogical. Bengaluru FC has been around for a very long time. They have been stalwarts in the ISL also, I League also for quite a long time before they made the move to the ISL. So right now the major problem is in Hyderabad, people did not go to watch because results were not there. Fair enough. And see, Hyderabad does have a footballing culture. It might not be as big as all the other places, but there are people who are quite passionate about football, but it's primarily European football. So it's a failure of the league to say that despite having such a great presence and, fan following for football, a club based in that city was not able to break through is one. And second, again, the logistical problem of having the stadium all the way at one end of the city and people have to travel very far to get there did not work out for a lot of people. And in general, because other than the first 2-3 seasons maybe, when the club did decently well, the first season, they did badly, but again, because it was a new club, people had some excitement around it. And second season they won, third season because they won, people were there. But after that, everything has been dwindling. Stadium was empty. So it makes sense from an ownership point of view for the owners to want to relocate the franchisee. Now the problem with Delhi. You ask anybody who plays football, like an actual football player, and do not consider us pundits or journalists or whatever. But talk to anyone who plays football. Tell me where Delhi has a footballing culture.
Yeah. I don't think so. I don't think so. There's never been any good football clubs that ever came from Delhi. So
again, see, even let's say there are a lot of football fans, but there are a lot of football fans across India.
Yeah.
So if the same amount, or maybe let's say even they have twice or thrice the number of footballing fans in general, not Indian footballing fans, just footballing fans in general, more than Hyderabad. Let's say 2 times, 3 times they have more.
Yeah.
I do not know how the club is going to connect with them. One.
Yeah.
If Hyderabad was selling tickets for 50 rupees and people were not going, I do not think people are going to.
Look at Punjab. No, they were playing in Delhi only. They were literally first season. I think the tickets were free, like free tickets,
and nobody went to watch.
Went. There was very less crowd there. Now imagine that, and they were depending on the Delhi people only. If that much interest is shown for that, I don't know what they're going to build up there. Or are they going to somewhere outskirts or some suburban areas, or are they going to do what Mumbai City did, like take a small stadium and then do, I don't know, but that is going to affect the overall appeal of the league as
exactly. If a franchise is not able to sustain or generate interest, should it be the failure of the league or should it be failure of the franchisee for not being able to develop it? I think it's both. But I think the new owners and the old owners for a large part have done whatever they could to generate interest. Jindal bought the BC Jindal group bought Hyderabad FC. I mean the negotiations were going on since the beginning of this season, but it went through towards the second month or something of the league. And they took these 8ish months to ascertain what is going on, and they realized, okay, there is no chance of us surviving here, no matter what we are going to do. Unless we are winning the league, we are not even filling half of our stadium. That is, they have gotten the clarity, and from a business point of view, it makes sense. So no judgment to that. But again, if you're going to relocate, why would you relocate to Delhi? How is that going to help you?
I mean, based on this news coming up, other clubs are also coming in the library. There was a news regarding, I think it was a fake news regarding Chennai and FC also relocating somewhere. The club had to do so prevalent, and it was like all over the media, and fans started asking the club officials protest.
And the club actually had come out with an official statement.
That no such thing is happening. So this is like creating chaos. Like who is going to, now next season, if any club that is going to let's say have a bad season, especially all these clubs that's been founded recently, all these franchisee teams, there will be doubt. Okay, they're going to relocate somewhere. Something is going to happen. It's just chaos that's happening right now just because of this.
And for people who think Delhi does not have a football club, there is a club called Delhi FC. And they might not be making waves and all, but they have quite a good, decent group of players. One of their goalkeepers is very good. I've met him, nice guy, chill guy, and he's a very good goalkeeper as far as I've seen. He's the only person I think to have a clean sheet against Trinity Deccan in last season's I-League. So they have a good group of players. But again, nobody goes to watch it. If there is no footballing culture in Hyderabad, then you're not going to be able to generate interest or money from this. If you're moving to Delhi, I don't know what is the point. Okay, yes. But what are their alternative options? If you talk about alternative options, go somewhere in the Northeast. But Northeast already has Northeast United FC. But maybe you can select a particular city. Maybe that will work. Maybe you can select a particular state. Maybe that will work. And represent that one part instead of having whole Northeast United FC. Maybe that will work. Second, why not set up club in a place where there is already a club? Kerala, you can set up 10 clubs and people will still go to watch all 10 clubs. I assure you. I assure you. I guarantee you. Why not relocate to Goa? Goa is going to have 2 clubs from next year. They're going to have Churchill. They're going to have FC Goa. If they can compete, of course you can. And both Churchill brothers play to full stadiums and FC Goa to a decent amount of crowd. Why not relocate to Mumbai? I mean, Mumbai also does not have that great of a footballing culture. But okay, still not as bad as what I've read about or seen with Delhi. Why not move to maybe, I don't know, somewhere else where footballing is an actual thing, where people like it? Why come set up shop in Bangalore?
Or just go to any of these northeastern states. No, like at least like so many people have a lot of interest in football. You can invest in there. Bring them clubs from there. I think so far there's only one club in the ISL right now, and there are like 2-3 clubs in the I-League also. You can shift somewhere there, like if people will actually follow, if people will actually come and watch, you can sort of build a fan culture there somewhere there. Instead of going there, you're going to big cities like, I mean, Mumbai. At least some sense. Okay, there will be like a lot of people who follow European football. You can like there are a lot of like how let's say rich people who will there who will just go and watch at least for the aesthetics of it. They'll go and watch. So some sort of this thing there. Delhi, it's like it's completely like example taken is Delhi FC. They play good football. Like have any of you seen like the matches in Delhi FC's home matches? They're literally like some like most of the players are sometimes like academy players. They're bringing them to watch the games. There barely any people there in the stands. They play in a very small stadium. So if that is there, and I don't know what they're trying to build up with this relocated Hyderabad FC team.
Again, and without going off into another rambling about it, that is our news about Hyderabad FC's relocation.
Yeah.
Can confirm that it is going to happen. I can't say here we go because I do not have official sources, but according to my sources, it is almost a here we go. So I think we are allowed to say here we go.
Yeah, so I think that pretty much sums up our recap of the Indian football drama. We've got touched issues like outside of the Churchill Inter Kashi issue, and also we put some light into the next season that's going to come up.
And again, this is exclusive information. You will not hear it anywhere else on the internet.
Yes.
Other than if you go into the dark corners of Reddit or like obscure corner somewhere else.
Yeah.
And my source is not Reddit. I can assure you my sources are not Reddit or some obscure group somewhere.
The actual people, yes. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you made it till now, thank you for your support. Please keep watching our videos. Like, share, subscribe. Yeah, bye.
Oh, and before we close, thank you to the actual footballers who watch our videos. I have had 3-4 people who've come and said, your video randomly showed up on my feed and I clicked on it. And they're like, wait, I did not understand fully what you were talking about, but it was fun listening to you. So thank you so much for listening to the actual footballers who are listening.
I was actually surprised. Thank you so much, actually. Please do share to your sources also, please.
Please. So yes, our content is actually reaching where it is supposed to reach.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye-bye.